Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today I'm going to be talking about how to succeed in information technology. When I say succeed, what I mean is get to the point where you have a strong set of skills in information technology, and you can move around between different positions, and you can be of value to the vast majority of information technology teams, right? So I'm going to talk a little bit at a high level about how to proceed that. So one of the things I want to talk about today is people, processes, and tools. So if you are in information technology, or if you are going into information technology, or even if you're seeking to go into information technology, when you are on an IT team, information technology IT, when you're on an IT team, you are going to be doing all kinds of IT tasks, which are, you could be migrating data from one place to another. You can be upgrading software. You can be installing software for the first time. You could be building new applications, all these things, right? Whichever one of those you're doing, you still need to do the following. When you are on an IT team, you will need to learn people, processes, and tools, okay? All three of these are really key to your success. So, and you need to be intentional about how you learn each one of these, right? So when you are learning people, there's different layers of learning people when you're doing your IT job. In order to get anything done, you're gonna need to work with other teams within your organization, right? And in order to do that, you need to know which people deal with which pieces of technology within your organization. Right? So one, you just need to know where the SMEs are, where the subject matter experts are. Okay, what groups do they work in, right? At what level do they work, right? Do they work at the design level? Do they work at the task level? Do they work at the oversight level? All those kind of things, right? So, and then once you start to learn what expertises different people have, what areas of knowledge they have, then you can actually start to learn the people from the level of how do I interact with this person in order to make the interaction, an interaction that's not objectionable to the other party, and how I can, get the task I need done in a way that's respectful to that person, understands that they have other tasks, I'm not the only task on their plate, in a way that's scalable, scalable and respectable and useful, okay? So you need to learn people. The other one is processes, right? So your group is going to have standards on how they name files. If they don't, that's a huge problem, and you need to start thinking about that. They're going to have standards on how they write code. They're going to have standards on how they deploy code to production. Processes, okay? When they're going to have standards on how they evidence testing. They're going to have processes for, how to communicate to the rest of the team that you have a day off, right? So that the rest of the team can be prepared to actually deal with that specific issue of you actually not being in work in that particular time, right? So you have all these different, so processes are very important, right? And you need to learn those processes, and as much as possible, you need to follow those processes, okay? The last one is tools. So tools are the applications you use, and those applications are going to come in a wide array. They could be browser-based applications. They could be installed applications. I'm just going to take a quick moment. Install applications are generally low-tech, and we're getting rid of them across the board. Applications that are served through the internet or served through a server that you connect to that is not really installed on your client computer, generally that's where the entire industry is going. Just be aware of that, right? So other types of tools, so browser-based applications, install applications, and then, so those are two overarching types. From there, you can have testing tools, you can have, IDE, integrated developer environments, all these type of things, okay? And one of the things is you want to learn these as much as possible, okay? So it is my take that when you are in information technology, you want to make sure that every day you are intentionally thinking, what did I learn today about the people I work with? What did I learn today about the processes that bind my work? What did I learn today about the tools that I use, right? And basically, as much as possible, you want to continue to learn more about each one of those, okay? You can't neglect any of them. As far as the mix, what is the ratio? I think a lot of that's a big issue, right? So, one, as much as possible, you should really try to, I would split your time as evenly as possible. And just be aware of how each one, and I will tell you right now, there are a lot of people who really love to skip the process part. There are a lot of people who really love to skip the people part, right? And I've been guilty of this at times as well. So, I'll confess there. But as much as possible, you want to focus on all three. Thank you. Have a good one.